How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions, and we're doing it live.
Hi, everybody.
It's the Astonishing Melanie. We're trying to figure out how to set up properly. We are here at Sentinel Comics, but we're in the back, so we're out of everybody's way because it's free comic book day and it's freaking nuts out there. And it is their first year that they're open. First of all, can everybody hear me?
It's not turning.
Can it?
Did you plug it? Okay.
Yes, I did. Yeah, it's plugged in. So, I don't know, maybe there's an on switch?
Okay, you keep talking.
Okay. So, everybody can hear me. Cool. Awesome. I never know when we're traveling, how we have things set up. Can't wait to do this at Heroes Con, where it's going to be nuts. There's going to be people walking around us because we're actually setting up in the middle of the showroom at Heroes Con. So, very much looking forward to that. So it is free comic book day, and I just want to say if you are lucky enough to have a local comic book store, well, it actually works, baby. Good job. A little bright, but that's okay. That's okay.
Well, here, there's this thing over here.
If you're lucky enough to have a free comic book day, today's the day, or a shop. Today's the day to go out there and support your local comic book store.
Okay, I can't tell with light at all. Is that good? Here,
yes, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
So,
okay.
Even though it's free comics for people, they do have to pay for these sets. So that is something to keep in mind. The idea is to get people to come out and hopefully buy some things while they pick up some free comics. Somebody was asking earlier how it works. No, nobody's stealing on these.
Okay.
I hear you, but I don't know them. They're just my sponsor. The idea is to get people out there, and while they're getting free comics for either their kids or themselves. I love when kids come out to these things, and it's really fun for a whole family.
Yeah,
we used to take the girls
outside waiting for the shop to open here at Sentinel Comics in Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah, I got to meet Jim. He came and said hi. The gentleman that puts together the poll, the reprint poll, the Marvel Most Wanted poll. He's out there. I forgot to get my picture with him, so I'm going to do that before he leaves. So, yeah, the first thing I want to say after that whole spiel about free comic book day is rest in peace to one of my favorite comic book artists, and that is Butch Guice. When I was a kid, I saw signatures of Butch Guice and Jackson Guice, and I thought they were two different people, and I would have arguments with my friends over who was the better artist, Jackson or his brother Butch. Turned out he was one and the same. This X-Men and Micronauts was the very first time I ever saw his artwork. Of course, he went on to do X Factor. He's worked on Captain. I mean, he's worked on just about every character. The guy was so amazing. And it's a shame we lost him at a young age, too. The industry is really hurting because of his loss. Like, Melanie was telling me that Chip Zdarsky said
in
something
his newsletter yesterday, he included pages upon pages of his internal artwork because he got to work with him, and that was one of his goals he wanted to do. And of course, the name of the comic escapes me.
Invaders.
Thank you. And he would do the flashback pictures.
Yeah,
and
it's phenomenal.
I was like, oh wow, he is a really good artist.
Like seriously, one of the legends. Like, just gone too soon. It sucks. So, his art was always too evolving. Like, that's one thing I really loved about his art too.
Okay, well, one more picture. There we go. Page. So, I hear Avengers in the background. I actually hear a lot of people. I'm glad. And yeah, Sean, so we're gonna go back to Kentucky for the Derby.
Going back no Derby. Tells my mom's.
What if it was
big shout out to my mom for letting us get away for the weekend, because her birthday was yesterday, so we're celebrating tomorrow. And my mom's she's the best.
So Doomsaying just finished Brubaker's Capra last week and fell in love with
he was amazing.
In fact, Zdarsky was hoping to work with him on Daredevil. But he just couldn't, commit to the time and such. And so of course we have another great artist.
Marco,
thank you. I was like, I'm going to say his name wrong if I see it in my head. So thank you guys for joining us. Fernando watched Thunderbolts yesterday. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I haven't watched it yet. I went to karate instead. And I'm just surprised that apparently it's really good.
I loved it. I want to see it again.
I have let's see. Actually, at the top. Wait, so you said there's a free Spider-Man comic in your pile or something. So this, I just grabbed every single issue of the free comics off the table.
Yeah, there's
that
more
Hunter
back there.
has here at Sentinel Comics. So there is this one, and I'm looking forward to getting this one as well. We've got these two. Actually, baby, why don't you answer some questions, and I'll just be holding up these free comics.
Sure. Oh no, I had a spirit is sick today, but I was staying and watching the stream. Thank you. We also lost Jack Katz. I did my mind is so all over the place. I did a TikTok on Jack Katz and how much I loved First Kingdom. And he was, how old was he? 90, 93? So that's a good run. And he was a phenomenal artist. One of the first, I think, pioneers of just being an indie artist, right? Like we throw that term around always. All right. Mama Mint. Thank you. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. I must have run out quick. My local comic book store, I got the Fantastic Four one. Trying to get the girls the Alfredo, ¿cómo estás, hermano? I'm
excited to look at this one. The worst spot ever.
They want the Mega. They're like,
point.
My daughters are just like, give me the Mega Man. I just want the Mega Man.
Oh, look, it's Powerpuff Girls and Thundercats. Oh,
but it's a good. I mean, it's a good time
universe.
To get samplers of like all these comics that are coming out. I mean, we didn't have this stuff when
Columbus,
I was a kid.
Georgia, at Sentinel Comics.
Yeah, Columbus, Georgia. Sentinel Comics.
His store's name on these free comics, and this one is the Godzilla.
Can I see that one? That's the IDW one. I'm actually interviewing the Godzilla editor on Monday. This coming Monday, we've got the Godzilla editor coming on Near Mint Condition. I believe that one is at. We've got it. Let me double check, everybody. I think we got it locked in at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that's. Let me make sure.
And here in a minute, I'll take my phone.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
Oh God! Well, we're in the back. There's the camera.
Jake Williams is who I'm interviewing, who's the editor on this, but he's also editing the Beneath the Trees, the sequel.
Oh.
Yeah. So very excited to talk about that.
Okay, now I can see the camera. We've got I Hate Fairyland and Conan.
Omar, did you do your video of Sentinel Comics? It's on TikTok. I put it on TikTok, and I'm I keep forgetting where I do things, and I think we have to upload it to this stream. Love these interviews with business people from the industry. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do something with IDW as well. Somebody that does something very similar with Kara. Interviewing Kara. I've been working with her for about 5. It was right before the pandemic when she and I have been working. So before her, it was Jack, who is now at Abrams Comics. And Kara and her folks are amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. I love working with Dark Horse. Great communications, and they're always busy. But to me, like, I feel like, there were questions that I was asking her, and then she was answering that I would love for my viewers to know, like, how exactly this runs, how exactly, why can't we have evergreen things? Why can't this book be a hardcover while this one can? So she really gave a lot of the inside scoop on that, and I'm so glad that she's part of Dark Horse. She's amazing.
Have you ever read Exit by Nabil
Kanan? It's one of my favorite comics of all time, but it's out of print, and he doesn't seem to have worked on anything for a long time. I have not. Who published that, Mothman?
No, there's no Alfred Comic Book Day. Thank you, Mike, for the super chat.
What is up, buddy? Wanting both of your opinions, Batman Begins versus The Dark Knight. I think The Dark Knight is a better movie, but Batman Begins is a better Batman movie. I think everybody's going to say The Dark Knight. For me, I actually like Batman. I don't think
I've ever seen Batman Begins.
Yes, you have.
Have I?
We went to the theater. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And we watched it at the house with Lydia. Anyway.
Okay.
For me, I think Batman Begins is better. I think it is a great origin story. I know people have issues with Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul.
Oh, I'm thinking the
Ra's
Batman.
al Ghul.
I haven't seen
You're thinking of the Batman.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Batman Begins versus the Dark
But
Knight.
Batman Begins was the perfect origin story. I thought it was perfect. I'm like, okay, this is how it's done properly. Dark Knight was amazing. Don't get me wrong.
I think Dark Knight.
Yeah, everybody's gonna say Dark Knight. Everybody's gonna say Dark Knight.
Oh, dude, my fellow English teacher does film studies. She showed the Dark Knight, not knowing that it's part of a trilogy.
But you don't need to have watched the others, right?
You don't. But it totally sounds like something I would do. I was like, yeah, what about the other movies? And she was like, what? So today's free comic book day in every comic book store.
Yeah,
Most
Danielle.
likely they should.
Most comic book stores,
participating.
most comic book stores do. Most of them will have some kind of like sale going on either single issues or trade paperbacks. It really depends on the store, right?
Are you
were at A plus. We were at A plus 2 years ago.
Yeah,
or last year.
Yeah, that's where I get my comics.
Yeah,
we
love
Do
Russ.
you live in Lexington? That's
You don't have
cool.
to tell us your address.
Yeah.
Or your social security number.
Any word of New Avengers 1 and 2 contains Secret Invasion?
I have asked. I have not gotten a reply back about what they're adding. I'm serious. Every one of the suggestions you all had, I've emailed David and his team, and I just haven't heard back. They're super busy though. But like I said, in the past, it's sometimes yes, and then sometimes no. We'll take what we can get.
What about 1966 Batman the movie?
Bat shark repellent. No. But it does have Cesar Romero.
Mike has missed free comic book day because I agreed to take my wife on vacation for early Mother's Day gift. Oh,
well, good on you, man.
Reason.
You're a good husband. You better remind her of that. Omar, do you know if Dark Horse still has the Appleseed end of? I unfortunately did not talk about that. There were parts of that interview that I had to cut because of licensing. I can't say anything because I think for the most part the publishers don't like to say, hey, we lost like you would never see an announcement of like when Conan left Marvel, right? Like there was no announcement of like Conan's leaving Marvel. It's more of like rumors and things like that.
So you met him at Lexington.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. Cesar Romero's Phenomenal-C's favorite Joker.
So that's the unfortunate part. Like when it comes to licensing, manga especially, publishers don't really like to talk about what they own and what they don't own. Mainly because if word gets out that, hey, we no longer have Appleseed, somebody else will scoop it up, right? So I will leave it up to them to let people know what they have and what they don't have.
Thank you. Still debating on whether to go the Omni route or Epic.
Well, Curtis isn't here, so you go the Omni route. You go the Omni route.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You gonna go out there?
Yeah.
Go show them Jim, so everybody can see Jim, what he looks like.
What if he doesn't want to be on screen?
Oh, that is true. We should ask him.
I'll totally just do some sweeps. Here, go ahead, baby.
All right. Omar, are there any deluxe? Oh, yeah, it's because you're standing next to the mic. No, there's the black edition. So there's they're bigger than Tonkabons. There's a box set, and then the black edition, and then the ridiculous all in one. Like all of them in one book, dude. It's a soft cover though. Hatchet edition of Under the Red Hood is a huge glow up on my Eagle Moss edition. 400 pages, including excerpts from Hush. I can add you? Oh, okay. Yeah, come here, Jim. Let me highlight so people can see you and put a face with a name. I'm glad you're not camera shy. Everybody, this is Jim who helps with the Omni reprint poll and has been doing it for years, and helps with the Omni polls to begin with. Like all the polls, pretty much, it's Jim that helps us. He's the one that catches you liars trying to get a couple of extra votes in there, and he happens to have come up here from out of Tampa. So, man, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for saying hi.
Not a problem.
And love your beard, by the way.
Thank you. I grew it myself.
That's good. It's a very good. I love your shirt, dude. Look at that shirt. That's awesome.
It's a Roosevelt's Marvel shirt.
I love the sound effect. They have the Nightcrawler. Do they have Snick? Or is it just
they
Pal?
got Bamf.
That's how Bamf.
They
do have Snick. It's up there.
Nice.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, covers all the groups.
100% go Omni if Secret Invasion is collected. That was my first event. Well, it's not in the Epic collection either, right? Hey, Jim, thank you for making the polls possible and making it easier, because it used to be,
oh man,
it was a nightmare that first year that I kind of opened it up.
Oh, because you had it on a bunch of different social medias that had to put together.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what Tiger Eyes went through.
He had emails coming to him.
Emails, but like you'd have the same book in 5
Called different.
formats.
Yeah. Oh, that was awful. That was awful to curate last year. It's a lot better this year. It's going smoother. Big shout out to Peter and everybody that's helping. But
They did so much work.
last year was a nightmare because it was like, I think these people mean the same book. Trying to figure out what people wanted. That was the hard part.
Especially if you have something like Avengers Volume 8 or Avengers by Roger Stern.
You look like Omnibus Santa. Have you thought about that? That would be a good custom. Just saying. Jim is Secret Santa Claus. Hi, Jim. Thank you for helping with the polls, sir.
Can I
thank you.
can I just say hi to my daughters? I think they'll get a
Yeah,
kick out of saying
absolutely.
Molly and Mabel.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
They watch occasionally with us.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then in my I have a reading club that I'm part of.
Yeah.
So I want to say hi to Broctopus and the Rumble.
Okay.
They might get a kick out of it.
And what are your daughters' names?
Molly and Mabel.
Molly and Mabel, thanks for letting your dad hang out with us today at Free Comic Book Day. It's crazy out there.
And then of course my wife, my beautiful wife, my lovely wife, my love of my life,
Oh.
Sarah.
No, let's not forget her.
Yeah.
Very important person to say hi to.
Okay, I'll let you get back to your life.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. So good to see you and meet you
You
in
too.
person. I love meeting people in person. Of course, you could have lied to me, but I've seen Jim before. I know what he looks like because we've done a one-on-one, a Zoom call. All right, Melanie's gonna walk around now and show you what kind of things to expect. So there you go, baby. Oh, you're muted, honey. Oh, okay.
So you can just talk.
Oh, so you want me to talk? You want me to talk? Okay, okay. You go ahead. You go on out there. Marvel did make a Santa Claus the movie comic. You in a movie theater. We are at Sentinel Comics, and Melanie is right now walking around, kind of showing you what the shop looks like. Where they have like dollar comics, they have $2. I love those things. $2 comics. They've got collected editions. They've got toys and statues, and Free Comic Book Day, greatest holiday. My question is, do they celebrate Free Comic Book Day overseas as well? Omar, have you thought of doing another top 20 most wanted Marvel Omnis in a way to promote the Tiger Eyes poll? My top 20 most wanted Marvel Omnis? Like, you mean my personal one? Because I usually do that in July. Oh, Melanie's not on Wi-Fi. So she's lagging a little bit. Well, I'm not lagging, am I? Or is it just her? Is it just her? Yeah, on the left, those are 3D printed masks, and he's got collected editions there. Krampus gives away Trouble in Marvel for all the bad kids. Mellovision. You're in PA? You can't find a Free Comic Book Day store? When was the last time you read a single issue, Omar? I think it was Hush. I think it was the new one, the new Hush that just came out. Yes, he's got X-Men Arcade. Finally found a vendor to sell me a Johnny Quest Volume 1 as a pre-order. That's awesome. Instead of posting them months after, doing them during the poll would probably help more people be aware the poll is something I thought. Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Oh, man, I put way too much thought into that, though. Like, my mapping is different than Peter's mapping. And let me think about that. Because, I mean, the poll closes this Thursday. So I'd have to crank it out. Yes, there's a German Free Comic Book Day. At least there was a few years ago. I only buy English language editions of U.S. comics. Adam, how's it going, buddy? Happy Free Comic Book Day to you, too. Which of these two out-of-print Omnis are most people telling you they have been regretful not getting when it was available? Hulk by Loeb or Secret Invasion? I'm a proud owner of both since they released. I think more people voted for Hulk by Loeb than Secret Invasion on the poll. So I guess that shows you. Deadpool. Yeah, he was there. What is on the back of Deadpool? Swords? Hush Tua. Y'all are crazy. Omar, you getting the new Wacky Races comic? Whatever stack is over here is what I'm going to end up with. All I know is I have to go home with the Mega Man comics. Spend an entire day at the shop. It is a lot of fun, right? Like just to walk there. I'm in Portugal. We have Free Comic Book Day here. You get one for free, and depending on what you buy, you'll get some extras. Yeah, every store is different. Like I know here you don't have to buy anything to get a free comic book. But if you buy something, you can get like a whole set. We all know Crisis mappings is better than Omar's mapping. That's probably true. Maybe. They probably celebrate Free Comic Book Day abroad, but they call Superman Papa Kyle L. I'd get that Rogue figure if I saw it in the store. Which Rogue figure? There's a local comic book artist that does a lot of variant covers, and she does magic, and her magic is freaking awesome. I don't know if Melanie will show it or not. Yeah, some of those statues are out of print. Like the By Shoujo Electra, I know, is out of print because he buys used stuff too. Which comics are going to be affected with tariff increase? We don't know yet. Everything is up in the air. Including, all the publishers don't know yet. Everything is up in the air. And it's going to be crazy. But let's just stay positive and hope for the best. But I'm also a realist, so I understand. I know that the Good Smile has closed pre-orders in the U.S., which stinks because now I can't get my Nanodroids. Wish I got She-Hulk by Byrne when it was available. Didn't even know Omnis were a thing when The Crossing was out. The Crossing! Happy Free Comic Book Day, one of my favorite days of the year. Give 3 movies you think would make great G.I. Joe stories. My examples are Tears of the Sun, Dog, and Losers. But because Losers is already a comic, Predator. Give 3 movies you think would make great G.I. Joe stories. Die Hard 2, Lethal Weapon 3, Under Siege. Yes, Under Siege. That's Hunter the owner right there. And that's a custom-made Sentinel. I told him he needs a little Wolverine figure in the back of that. Yeah, that Batwoman is absolutely gorgeous. I collect the By Shoujos. So this is the near mint condition Tiger Eye's Most Wanted Marvel Omni poll. It ends this Thursday at 8 p.m. and we will reveal the winners, top 60. Let me tell you, it's close. So get to voting. Go tell your friends to vote because some of those that are in 61 to 70 should be on that list. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say which ones, but it will surprise you all what 61 through 70 and how close they are. We'll reveal the results of the poll on May 15th at 5:30 p.m. Be myself and a lot of my friends. I got Hush #2 and Absolute Batman 1. The 6th printing, holy moly, it had a neat Dan Moore of it. Yeah, I keep reprinting those books. None. Books are an exempt from. Well, that's what we think. We don't know yet. They keep going back and forth with that. That's why even publishers don't know yet. Enjoying the Daniel Way's Deadpool, by the way. Read through the Thunderbolts crossover when he falls for Yelena. Fun comic. Shame my Omni binding sucks. Block of pages detached from the ribbon. From the Deadpool Way. Maybe Zero Crisis with that $175 was a son price. I was not talking about my $170. It's crazy how much some of those books are. Since everyone has their own way of ordering their shelves, like putting them in order. Doesn't surprise me that mappings differ as well, even by professionals. I think JSA Omni and Compendium Volume 1s. Yeah, different, right? They're so different. As of now, printed media is exempt from all tariffs. Yeah, maybe. My first Omni was Amazing Spider-Man 5. Love seeing that kid reading the floppy. Don't see much. Oh, sad, right? Can Melanie look for a copy of Predator versus Spider-Man? I think he sold out. I think he sold out. Red Hood Omni, buy or pass. And that lady's art. She's an original artist, and her husband is Tony. He's the inker on G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, the one by Larry Hama. If you like Kenneth Rocafort artwork, so I'll say this. The Omni is the new 52 era. It's got beautiful art. The story itself is not so good. Not so good. Die Hard 2 makes no sense. Why didn't the planes just fly 10 minutes to another airport? Because it was snowing really hard. Everybody vote for WCW. It's 12 issues, but if Hickman's Shield is an Omni. Just wanted to say hi. Well, how's it going, Jose? The Transformers Kickstarter is sitting at $3.5 million with just a few days to go. G.I. Joe hit 3.7, so TF should at least meet it. Well, the last day is what really matters, right? That's when people decide. How many more days is left on that, John? It's hard to know how tariffs will affect you when the person making the decisions keep changing them. Well, that's the thing. It's like they keep going back and forth. So even publishers are getting frustrated. Like, what's going to happen? They don't know. They don't know how much to get printed. Oh yes, she likes owls and draws owls, and she's got tattoos of owls. Or what's the top 2 times in life when Melanie saved your butt? I'm trying to think. She's probably gotten me out of a speeding ticket before. If I hadn't met Melanie, I don't know where my life would have gone. I always love telling the story about going into. We were having a party where drinking was involved, and I was a little intoxicated, so I needed her to help me go and get more alcohol for the party. So we took off and we went to a grocery store. At the grocery store, she stays in the car and I go in to get some alcohol. This is before we were married. And I forgot my wallet in the car, but I decided to test this girl I was dating. So I come running out of the grocery store and tell her to, I'm doing this motion. I'm like, go, 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 go. So I jump in the car and she puts it in reverse and takes off. It's not until we get to the light that she's like, what did you do? And I was like, I just forgot my wallet. I was just testing to see if you'd go. And I think that was the moment when I decided I need to lock that down. Not a lot of people would do that. Most people would sit there and argue with you, what'd you do? But she actually took off, man. I was like, that's cool. That was cool. That's when I'm married. I decided to marry her. Darth Maul. Ink is fire. Omar, really fast, skips the Alf question. Oh, yeah. Either of Suicide Squad Omnis coming out this month? Oh, the original. Yes. John Ostrander's Suicide Squad is freaking awesome. Which Nightwing Omnis are must-buys? I would say Tom Taylor's run is really, really good. It's probably up there for me, second to Chuck Dixon's era. And the Grayson Omni, just because it's so different. And thank you, Trisha Lynn. This is her art right here. Are you picking up any other than free comic books today? Yeah. So Hunter has little statues that I actually ended up getting. I got these Scotty Young little statues of Storm and Cyclops, who looks really bored. Hey, that's really meta. And then there we go. Melanie, could you get that box?
Yeah.
And I found this because I've been wanting to get this for Melanie for years. And Hunter had one. Look at that. Oh, man. I've been wanting to get this for Melanie for years. And it's an early Mother's Day gift. From me to you.
Thank you, sweetie.
There.
I like her face. Wait, let me just
Well, it moves, so the engagement ring goes on her finger. So he's holding an engagement ring and he swings. It's adorable.
Oh, I didn't know that. I like the Charlie Brown vibe of her face.
Notice in the Tom King interview, you didn't bring up Heroes in Crisis. He told you beforehand. No. Actually, most people that I've interviewed hardly ever tell me what not to bring up.
Gracias.
But I mean, how would I bring that up though? Like, hey, I hated this story.
Thank you, James.
Can you explain why you suck so much? Or I think he's gone on record to say that how much editorial was a push for what happened in Heroes in Crisis. I don't know. I just let the conversation, go natural. And if it gotten there, we would have gone there. Like when I interviewed Joe Quesada, I had to bring up One More Day, and he didn't shy away from it. I don't think Tom King would have shied away from it. I think he would have, he wrote it. He owns up to it.
James, thank you so much for
Yeah, he was
including
sharing
the
the-
links. Thank you.
That's
Because
Tony
I had it on
Cordo's.
mute, and I was like, well,
Yeah, I didn't know
we-
because I was focusing on the questions. I'm like, oh, she's showing that. Oh, okay.
And then Hunter, who was behind the counter, is the owner of Sentinel Comics. He was by his cool Sentinel.
I did talk a little
right?
bit about that. Yeah.
It's a really, really cool store, and it you know, yeah, the statues are great. He's got that foosball and comfy chairs and great selection
Yeah, it's
of like
It's a nice atmosphere.
decorations, and then the X-Men game and that little
Yeah, the
voice
arcade
player is
game.
so cute. And Deadpool's out there opening the door for people. And
That could get crazy.
so, oh yeah, apparently I missed because I couldn't hear what you were saying. You were saying something. You were Adam asked a question about me motivating you, moving your butt.
No, how many times have you said my butt?
Oh, okay. See, I can't even see. Like, I got my readers just in case.
It's a good idea.
So apparently, I saved your butt by
Teaching me English.
teaching English.
I mentioned my issue getting Daredevil by Wade 2 a couple weeks ago. Just letting you know, I managed to get it off Amazon with a couple of discounts plus leftover birthday gift card and partial refund for damage. Ugh. Damage.
I'm sorry.
Amazon.
Do you tell the story about when you jumped in the car?
I did.
Say go go go. Okay.
I did. I love telling that
We
story.
can talk about Cosmo Shop. Sure.
BD
Thank you
Cosmos. So
for-
yes, if you're interested in free comic book day and you live in Montreal, Quebec, check out BD Cosmos. They are the leaders in graphic novels and collected editions in Canada. They're located in Quebec, Canada, and we'll ship everywhere. That's bdcosmos.com. And you tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way, and then we'll put you up for a raffle $25 gift card for new and existing customers. And that's
No, put the camera back on. I don't know if she's even on screen.
probably not.
Probably. Oh,
There you
yeah, okay. BD Cosmos with the rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. 8. Pew, pew.
Let's try,
Lightning
Mr. Awesome.
Lightning bolt. Cyclops can be for Walt.
Well, it's like you gave me Cyclops.
Well, he's adorable. They're both adorable. These
He's
are
so
nice quality
boring.
statues.
He's so boring.
Like they're
Just standing there with his little gut.
oh, but he's cool with the ring light. It's like
Oh yeah.
shining in his visors.
Optic blast.
Like
I
her hair
guess.
is nice and solid and chunky. Yeah,
I
this is
miss
nice.
Jean.
Let's play with toys.
No, let's not. That could go bad.
Okay, John, thank you for the super chat.
Top 3 decades in comics history, and also for you.
Oh, so
Wait.
for us,
Wait.
80s, 90s.
Yeah, I was gonna say 80s, 90s,
No,
and now.
about right now.
80s, 90s, and right now. I wouldn't be
love
doing
my
this
childhood.
channel.
I had a good childhood. So
Yeah.
80s and 90s. Yeah.
80s, 90s, and now.
Well, hold up. My teenage years were full of drama and
Not because of comics. That was your own fault.
Dreams dashed on the rocks below. No, I'm
That's for
I skipped
choosing the wrong
second
guy.
Part also for you.
Oh,
In my personal life, how about 80s, half of the 90s,
I don't think you can do that.
and how about yeah, now there you go. Okay, anyway.
All right. 80s, 90s, and now.
So for comics,
For comics,
early on,
comic books would be
some 90s.
so for comics for historical reasons. I mean, the 30s, right? The birth of the golden age.
Oh, look at you getting deep.
The 60s, not so much the silver age, but the Marvel era. 61, right? That's very important. And the 90s, because historically, the best of times and the worst of times. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, I think my picks for the comics are the same as my life. 80s,
Oh my God.
a little bit of the 90s. Now, because there's so many independent stories,
Mm.
right? All these indies, they're just so great. And
Well, that's why I included the 90s. Because the 90s had a lot of indies. Yeah. That's a great question, John.
Sentinel Comics is about 2 hours.
Where were you
from
at,
living.
Lance? Where you at? You should be listening to us on the car ride here. Did I
AJ's
miss?
saying definitely 60s Marvels.
Yeah. I mean, it's very important, right? It's
John
pretty
just put the
huge.
thing in.
Billie Jean.
And
Mine.
did I miss your G.I. Joe Kickstarter review?
I didn't do one because my box came busted and they just shipped me out a new box the other day. And hey, yeah, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. I just thought there were enough reviews of it already, but I'd be happy to do one. Yeah.
So John said for comics history, I went with the 40s, the 60s, and the 80s. Okay.
Out of curiosity, why the 40s, John? Just a lot more characters were introduced during that time. 80s have to be there. Claremont, Miller, Moore, Gaiman, firing on all. Oh, absolutely.
90s because of Onslaught and the Clone Saga.
The worst of times.
That's true. Niche was blowing up in the 80s.
But I think the term, and it became, you would find more indies in the comic shops in the 90s, right, than you did in the 80s.
How good is the original Busick and Bagley Thunderbolts run? Oh, Bagley drew
Freaking amazing.
I was
Freaking some of the best
interested in reading
comics.
that. Oh, okay. So he's seen it. I've not, and I'm excited to see it because besides him,
I liked it.
our friends Amanda, Tommy really liked it.
I thought it was a great comic or a movie.
Jasmine really liked it. I know I'm just throwing out names. Not that you.
No, go ahead.
but-
Billy liked it.
but-
Joe. Michael.
So I just assumed
Chris,
it was
did
just
Chris
going
like
to be
it
like an
too?
adventure movie that was fluff, and I'm like, I'm not interested in that.
People
You
love
know?
chiming, watching a video stream, somebody just saying names. Joe really liked it.
Wait, Joe Pera. I would watch that to put you to sleep. Let's see. Arjun saying actually.
I know Arjun did
60s,
not push up his
80s,
glasses and said
70s.
actually to me.
When is the live stream for the poll?
When it closes, like when we're announcing the winners, I told Peter I want to announce the top 70 this year to see how just how close those 61 through 70 made it. On Thursday, May 15th at 5:30 p.m. You all set some time aside to watch because you don't know how much we love talking about these books. 2000s are on there for me. Brubaker, Rucka are two of my top 5 favorite creators of all time.
Was Songbird in the movie?
I can't spoil that. There is a girl named Mel in the movie.
Hey, that's my name.
You were correcting
Okay,
yourself.
then I
Did you
like
push
the
up your
girl
glasses to say actually?
When are the next announcements for Marvel?
Probably later this either later this month or June is when that will. Oh my gosh, time is just flying.
When are the live streams for the DC polls?
That kicks off. Let me double check. The reprint for the Absolutes and Omnis kicks off. I believe we have it scheduled on the 19th. Yes, the 19th. It's a Monday, the 19th at 6 p.m. That's when we're firing that. By the way, we are celebrating 10 years on YouTube on May 25th. I don't know if I'll see if I can do something either May 25th or 26th for 10 years. I'll get all my friends involved.
I just wanted to add a disclaimer about my camera work. Walking through the store, the camera's flipped in its mirror, so every time I move my phone one way, it would go the opposite way on screen. And I have a really hard time with it.
You should have put it on the Wi-Fi. I forgot to tell you that because you were cutting in now.
Oh shoot! Okay, I'll do that right now. Nightwing Companion before or after Rebirth Omni, or separate?
The Nightwing Compendium is before the Rebirth Omni, long before. That Nightwing Compendium is the very first Nightwing ongoing series, and it's my favorite one. So it goes Nightwing Compendium volumes 1 and 2. Then it goes as far as big books, right? Just big books. Then it goes into the Nightwing Prince of Gotham, then Grayson, and then the Nightwing Rebirth.
No, you were just having fun, Doom. I'm assuming it's that one.
Yeah.
Here, you got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Do you
put
know?
I
Okay.
got you.
Hey, it's Mom. Good morning.
Hey, Becky, we made it.
What about Daryl and his other brother, Daryl? They like the movie.
Who said that? Jan.
Reading a few omnis recently made me think about the randomness of page numbers or table of contents in collected editions. Why isn't there a standard for having both? It's very.
I think it depends on who the collected editions editor is. What I've learned is like table contents and page numbers like aren't always a thing. Sometimes you have a table of contents and they don't have a page. They don't have page numbers. May 25th is what? 10
Crunchyroll
years.
Anime Awards.
Thank you.
And MP was asking for 10 hours.
10 hours straight. You mean started on that Sunday and go all the way to Monday morning? You're crazy. Maybe.
And okay, cool. You got it. I'll go back a little bit later and put my AirPods in, so maybe I could interview somebody. No, I'm kind of scared to. I don't know.
Remember
people out
to
there.
sing the anniversary song. It's Happy Anniversary, repeated to the William Tell Overture Lone Ranger theme.
It is.
Where did this come from?
Are you just making that up? How's it going, Scott? Okay, so let's
It's
see.
going okay.
Did you ever determine what kind of pickle it was? Oh, and if so, the Condiment King also know?
No. I'll tell you what, Tina don't know either.
What did you vote on the Marvel Omni poll?
I haven't voted yet. I'm voting on Wednesday. That's when I have my calendar set to vote. Yeah, it's going to be tough because there's a lot of good books. There's a lot of great books that haven't been chosen yet. I think Indiana Jones will be there though.
Here, wait, don't. Every time you move, yeah, it shakes the whole thing. So maybe don't lean on the table.
Do we know if the Transformers blah 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 box set is the same size as the GI Joe box set?
It should be.
What's TAAO?
The animated and original.
Really?
No,
Oh, okay.
Transformers. What do they call it? You're doing till all are one, right? So it's
That's what it is.
till all
Thank you.
are one.
We are. We are at Sentinel Comics.
Where-
I'll go back out.
You
Later,
think this
we're
is
in the
what my
back.
house looks like?
And these are all the here. I'll show the free comics that are available today. Let's see. So thank you, James, for putting that Kickstarter. And yeah, thank you, Michael.
They're at $3.5 million. They
Yeah.
need your support.
Here, you
I
can
saw the
see
GI Joe compendium at my local comic book store. Just holding the thing was unreal experience. Yeah, they're big, man. Like the soft covers are big. Vote for X-Men Unlimited as your first choice, Omar. I know you want that book. No, I already have it in so many other formats. If NMC ever does a song, I vote for the cover of the Doom song. I'd honestly mean a lot of you guys could try to make the streams at earlier times. It honestly means a lot of you guys could try. You mean it would mean a lot?
like
Well-
to set the stream earlier.
I mean, I gotta abide by Peter's rules, right? And Peter's rules are like at the earliest he could do. He's in New Zealand, so when he does the 2:30 Marvel stream that he can only do once a month, it's because that's like, what is it, 4:30 his time in the morning? That's asking a lot of somebody. So that's go yell at Peter. Is what I'm trying to say. Sentinel Comics. This is the address.
Oh, thanks, James.
5880 Veterans Way, Suite B, Columbus, Georgia. That's where we are right now. Oh, Godzilla comic book. Yeah, it's the new one from IDW. I'll be interviewing the creator behind that on Monday at 4 p.m. Demon Slayer movie 1 going back on the big screen to promote Infinity Castle. How do you think Castle will do at the box office? Better than Madam Web, but not as good as Sinners. Favorite decade of comics would be 70s, 80s, and now. I think you're, you have to put your childhood in there because it means something, right? Top 70. Let's go to 75. What? God, 75. This is Tiger Eyes, everybody. Thanks, Tiger Eyes. That's a lot.
Could you explain why local comic stores can't offer deals off cover price like IST, cheap graphic novels, etc.?
Yes, of course. Hold on, right there.
Yeah.
So in order for a comic book store to get discounts on books, they would have to order, like, let's say, shoot, I don't see any collected editions. Oh,
I can get you some.
here's one. So he's got let's say this, right? This is Azrael. It's a trade paperback of Azrael. So I'm just making up numbers right now as far as like the discount prices. But the way it works is like if they order one copy of this, they get the minimum discount. If they order 20 copies of this, they might get like the book at 55% off, 40% off. So that's the problem. Whereas cheap graphic novels and in-stock trades and BD Cosmos, Walt's Comic Shop, Read Comic, Comics Bugle, all those places, they can order 50 copies of this and get the maximum discount, right? Comic book stores, first of all, these books, he doesn't have any Omnis back here. They're all on the shelf for sale, right? These books take up a lot of space, so it's easier to keep something like this on your shelf and you get, to sell to a consumer than something like this, like a bigger book. Eats up a lot of that retail space, if you will. So that's why they can't offer the discount that online shops can. They just don't get it as big as like the other places. By the way, that trade paperback is awesome. We need that in Omni format. To my contact at DC. Hey,
Benny Kessel definitely make bank at the box.
you'll make good money. Yeah, absolutely.
10 years. Congratulations. Awesome. You haven't been canceled from Holland Bros Days.
Omni Bros Days was Wild West, baby. Anything goes.
And Arjun has the same trade. Roberto's asking how good was Sinners. Nothing like Dust Till Dawn.
No, I would not compare it to From Dusk Till Dawn, honestly, because you'll be disappointed if you go in there expecting that. I can see the similarities absolutely without spoiling it, but it was my movie of the year so far. Like, it was excellent, dude. I loved it. Favorite decade of comics is obviously only the 30s. Wow, you're old school. 30s. Well, who's the kid? Hayden? Is that no? Who's the kid that? Graham. Graham's the kid that loves those Silver Age.
Let's see. Comic book stores are restricted to their local area. Cheap graphic novels are nationwide, have a larger pool of customers.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, right?
And my LCS only orders single issues when he has customers to order them, and that's one title per customer usually. If it's not X-Men, which usually has more than one customer.
Yeah.
And Kyle would like an Indiana Jones Epic collection.
Let's get an omnibus first, Kyle.
I'll always love the 90s eras of comics, for better or worse. It had some of the biggest, most iconic storylines that still get mentioned now. Onslaught, Clone Saga, Double Return, Nightfall, etc.
The Crossing. Hey, Omar, what's your opinion on Godzilla hulking out or bonded to the Venom symbiote? The more stupid and ridiculous Godzilla comics get, whether he's fighting the Justice League or Spider-Man, I'm in. I love those, man. Here's the thing, like, it's sometimes, like, I love stupid comics. Stupid fun comics are my type of comics, and I know what I'm in for when I see a title like Spider-Man versus Godzilla, and that's okay. Like, I like that. I miss that. The fun in comics, right? Not everything has to be serious. Not everything has to be a deep read. Not everything. I'm not saying Jonathan Hickman can't write a fun comic. I'm just saying not everything has to be encrypted and you have to figure things out, like, and use your brain. No, sometimes I just want to see a fight between characters. And I think that's why people really enjoy stories like Civil War, right? Heroes are fighting, and the reasoning is so stupid, but people are like, but it's a fun book, right? Omar, which 90s series of Daredevil do you expect to come out next on Omnibus besides Incenti? Honestly, I mean, what's left? DG's left, right? Like DG Chichester? Because it has Scott McDaniel on artwork, and he had, I think, the longest run after Nascenti. Yeah, I think it would have to be him. I was thinking, if Melanie and Omar at a shop in Kentucky, I'm just an hour away from Cincinnati. I might drive the extra bit ahead. Google says Sentinel Comics is 8 hours away. We might actually do we've been invited to Krypton Comics a couple of times for free comic book day to set up, and they're in Cincinnati. I literally just got back from seeing Thunderbolts. Is there an Ultimates free comic book? Yeah, there is. Ultimate Universe. Spoilers for that. What up, my glip glops? What's up? Is it really canon that Godzilla beat up the whole Avengers? Oh yeah, absolutely. And the Justice League. No man. Oh man, we're still talking about the 90s here. No Man's Land, Age of Apocalypse, 2099, Zero Hour, Emerald Twilight, Suicide Run, Midnight Suns, Avengers Assembled. And let's not forget the great stuff like that came out, because everybody clumps the 90s together as like, oh man, all the worst comics came out in the 90s. But I mean, there were some phenomenal comics that came out in the 90s, like Preacher, Transmetropolitan. Like that's where they got their start in the 90s. What up? What up? What up? Greetings from Orlando, Florida. Ashley, listening in our car on the way to store number 4. That's right, yay. Man. You gotta go all the way through. And we did that with the kids. Like, I miss taking the kids. Starman. Right. Thank you. 90s. Oh, the greatest. Godzilla versus Galactus. Thoughts? Well, Godzilla is a devourer of planets. Would he devour? Or no, Galactus is a devourer of planets. Would he devour Godzilla if Godzilla's on the planet? Godzilla is the king of monsters. Can he like call in like a tag team? Can he call in Ghidorah? Or I don't think Mothra could help. I give it to Godzilla. Astro Cities in the 90s. Absolutely. There's great stuff in the 90s. Hello, Omar. Melanie. Been a while. Dude, how you doing, Jujo? You doing all right, buddy?
Celebrating Free Comic Book Day.
Alan Moore Supreme was in the 90s and so underrated and needs to come back in a freaking print. The Devourer of Worlds.
Carson said Galactus would wipe the floor Godzilla.
I love that Michael brings in the Roger Stern Starman. Who said that? Who said that? Carson would wipe the floor with Godzilla. Okay, your money's on Galactus, huh? I think there should be a 900 number you can call to see who wins. So you vote for who wins. And they have 2 endings, and the Omnibus will have both of the endings.
Godzilla would drop kick Galactus.
Yeah, Godzilla would do that flying kick, when he picks up both of his legs and he goes across the screen. I don't see Galactus doing that. Drop him hard. Will New Gotham be the next non-modern Bad Omni after War Games?
This one's big.
I hope they do Legacy and Contagion first.
This is a big free console, Damon.
I got you the deluxe copy of Slain, but I saw you already read it. Do you have the paperback or the deluxe? I have the ones you sent me, the Horn God, and then 2000 AD got me a copy. They sent me a copy of the new definitive edition hardcover. That's a Diamond and Web Shop exclusive. And I gave you a shout out, Beastlass. So I read Horn God.
How are you, Beast?
And it was great, man, because you and Super Laugh Heart sent me some random collections over the years, but I've never read it from the beginning. And man, that was one of my favorite reads this year. It was so good. I couldn't put the book down. Like it's so ridiculous that him and what's the little dwarf's name, Uko. Like I never know where their adventures are going, and now it makes more sense. When the whole warp spasm is happening. I'm like, oh, that's what's happening. I love the dude. But Godzilla has endless aura. We need to have a real Godzilla versus Ultraman movie. Isn't that such a good matchup? Yeah. Then they can get what's his name, Jetter in there and tag team with Ultra 7. Hey Omar, will Image release compendiums of Youngblood and Supreme now that Liefeld is back on the series? I'll be honest with you. We're getting a Vault edition of Youngblood. I think they'll do the hardcover route for those. They know that those are high in demand, especially those Supreme by Alan Moore.
Doing all right, Omar. Thanks for asking. Been quite busy lately and haven't been able to join any.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Happy Free Comic Book Day.
Well,
One Punch.
I'm gonna say One Punchy.
No, Godzilla.
I'll send you it.
Oh, you were so sweet, man. You were such a good guy. And I hope you've been doing well, my brother.
Animal Man by Delano.
Bates and Milligan after Morrison is the most underrated 90s series ever. And not enough people talk about it. Oh, okay, Mom.
I like Brigade for some reason.
What was the other one? Bloodstrike? Yeah, they were okay. Marat Michaels. What's up, Joe Cool? Marat Michaels was on Brigade. Who was on Bloodstrike? Was it Dan Fraga? I think it was Dan Fraga was on Bloodstrike. Actually, I saw some out there in the dollar bins.
We're caught up. Let me go back.
Bane was 90s.
Did you answer this question?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I did. I answered that one. The best Starman. Oh, yeah, 1988 Starman.
Thanks for getting that con guy into comics. I came here to look for reference for a comic I'm working on, but got into comics, and I'm currently collecting a lot of trades, compacts, and epics.
Oh, that's awesome. Is that's Soundwave, right? It looks like Soundwave. Godzilla's question: which incarnation is your favorite? I like Final Wars Godzilla.
I don't think I know enough.
I like the classic Godzilla, like Godzilla versus Kong. Honestly, the new one, Godzilla -1, I like that one. Oh, but Space Godzilla is best Godzilla though. Space Godzilla is so awesome. What's the Final Wars is the red one, right? Like when it's. If you look at Checker publishing versions, the biggest challenge with More Supreme is having quality files for print. Yeah, there would have to be some actual. Yeah, I mean they would have to rescan them and then do reconstruction on them, right? That's the only way that would work.
Go back out to some reports.
Okay, I will highlight comments. Omar, 100 humans or 1 gorilla. Yesterday, no, the last stream was the first time I heard that. No, it was when Peter and I were doing the live stream, and I ain't even heard of that. This is a Mr. Beast thing. It's like, is it a movie? What is this? Is it a game? Because my money's on one gorilla. Which gorilla? Magilla? That's all. That's the question. Omar, why do you like Godzilla? I've always liked dudes in suits, and obviously because I get to announce books in suits. Growing up, my favorite shows were Japanese shows like Ultra 7, Ultraman in Peru. There were a couple of other series. What was there was an sub? Oh, Ambassador Magnus. And there was another show that I would watch. And even as a kid, I was like, I think the way that's a guy in a suit. That's a guy in a suit in that monster's suit. But I didn't care. I just loved the way it was shot. Made it look so good.
Oh, I could take the mirror in the camera.
Was Jeff Loeb's yellow, blue, gray, white Omni on the reprint poll this year? I think it was.
Okay, add me.
Okay.
Thank you.
There you go. Melanie's going back out there to show you all free comic book. And she took mirroring off so you all can enjoy that. Omar, I've seen some rumors on Reddit regarding Corey Settlemeyer's status with Marvel. Any insight on this? Go to the Marvel Masterworks forum. I don't know anything. Corey has been there for decades, so he hangs out at the Marvel Masterworks forum. I don't know any rumors, though. Other than Director of S.H.I.E.L.D., what do you think is the best Iron Man run, not an Omni? The Matt Fraction stuff, probably. That's what everybody wants. The stuff from Extremis. Oh, yeah, and then we need a Len Kaminsky Omni. I really like that stuff. Given the success of Transformers Kickstarter, do you think they will consider releasing the Phase 3 hardcovers? I did ask in my interview. They're pretty hush-hush about those things. Obviously, the best Godzilla is Godzilla versus Barkley. You know. Godzilla -1 has made me a huge Godzilla fan. It's good, man. I love the way that they still made him look like a dude in the suit, even though it's obviously CG, right? Well, I like Supreme by Alan Moore in the 90s. I like Nacho Supreme by Taco Bell. The Heisei era Godzilla is the best. The look he had when Godzilla versus King Ghidorah first time, he got that cat face. Glad that -1 got the similar look. I love the way he looks in that now. Some time has passed. You have stronger opinions between From Hell, color, or original. I like the original black and white more, if I had to choose one. Random question somebody asked on Twitter. Oh, speaking of 90s comics, will we ever have an Omni of the Ultraverse crossovers with Marvel? Not that I've heard. Happy Free Comic Book Day, Melanie and Omar. That's where we are, man. Free Comic Book Day at Sentinel Comics. Man versus truck. Truck wins. Is the gorilla driving? Have you seen Akiba Rangers? The best show ever. I know what they are. I actually have one of the robots from there. Giant Robo. Oh, Giant Robo was so good. Triple threat match, Animal style. Who wins with one? Animal Man versus Vixen versus Beast Boy. Animal Man. But I'm biased. Have you read Superman Last Day of Lex Luthor, or are you waiting until that trade, baby? Thank you for you're very welcome, Luke. Big Man Japan versus Godzilla. What are you guys reading currently? I just finished Exceptional X-Men. I read The Faces of Moon Knight. And currently, what is the Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man? Marvel Masterworks is what I'm working on. Is Chuck Norris part of the one? Oh, see, that's not fair. What's up, Omnibo? Speaking of 90s comics, will we ever get an omnibus of the Ultraverse? Oh, wait, I answered that one. 100 humans easily. 10 crazy dudes. 20 NFL linebackers. Who's the gorilla? Will Marvel ever reprint Death of Daredevil? I can't find this thing for less than 70, 80 bucks. Which epic is that? Actually, you gotta see Big Man Japan. Yes. Oh yeah. Dollar Bin Dive. That's what Melanie's doing right now. Animal Castle. I remember that book. Michelini Volume 2. I kind of figured most people would want the Fraction one just by the way the votes are coming in. Speaking of 90s comics, I've already answered that one. This might be a bit after your time, Omar, but do you remember Samurai Pizza Cats? I do. Udon was kind enough to send me the little pins that's shaped like a pizza box, and inside each of the cats are a slice of pizza. Walt's X Factor outside. Loved your interview with Cora from Dark Horse. Very insightful. Thank you. I love talking to her. She's great. She's always welcome back. I'm setting something up with IDW for something similar. Last Days of Lex Luthor was great. I think it'll be on the list of best Superman stories. Oh, really? At what point do you think Marvel Masterworks will reach the 90s and 2000s? Oh man, God willing. Well, they just now reached the 80s, right? Oh gosh. That's kind of scary to think about. So maybe like 15 more years. Oh yeah, Harambe. No way. I don't care who Mr. Beast got on his team. Are there any options for the most wanted Omni poll that you know are being announced in the next round of announcements? Yes, but I can't say a word. Death of Daredevil by Jen McKay. Oh, shoot. That was part of the email that I sent out. So I know that I did ask for that. You have a pizza pin box, Omar? I do. They sent me one because they have been so sweet to me. It's because when the pandemic happened, there were no conventions. And I remember Udon wrote me this beautiful email about how I was the only YouTuber that that wanted to work with them. And no one else, like they reached out to several people, that had a lot more subscribers than I did. How's it going, man? That had a lot more subscribers than I did, but none of them gave them the time of day. So yeah, they're super sweet. Like they'll send my girls pins, they'll send my girls like comics, and I love them. I love Udon. So a Street Fighter guy, right? A video game guy. Can't wait for that. Rival Schools. Better 90s cliche term. Maximum or extreme? Extreme. You don't see Maximum X-Men. Still waiting for Paul Dini Project's announcement. I know. I can't wait. I know of one, but I can't say anything. I still hope one day we get that Daredevil. What was the pitch? The pitch is the spoiler, so you need to read it. Speaking of interviews, I'm still waiting for that Don Rosa interview. I'm seeing him at Heroes Con. I'll email him before I go. I'll see if he'll do an interview with me there. Because just getting to his house, especially during the summer, is impossible. Because the man's always traveling. Why didn't I spell half correctly when it's been coming? The shame. You're fine, man. No one wanted to work with Udon. They didn't. That's what they told me. They reached out to big YouTube channels and influencers, and nobody gave them the time of day. Nobody replied back, and because that's what happens, right? Like most people want to work with the big two, because that's what gets you the views and the hits, and I understand that. But you gotta show love to all these other different companies that are out there. I mean, they're printing the Street Fighter, now Mega Man. So, and Mad Cave was the same way. Mad Cave wrote me a very nice email about how now they do. Now they work with several YouTubers and influencers, but back then, nobody would give them the time of day because everybody wanted to talk about Batman, Superman, X-Men, Spider-Man. Melanie is just walking through the shop. Who is your main in Street Fighter? Ooh, that's so tough, man. And that is Tony. He is the current inker on G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. He's worked with Riley Brown. Ryu. I'm base, man. I'm so basic. Chun-Li for the longest time. In Street Fighter 3, I love playing with Sean. Though. In Street Fighter Alpha, Udon was one of my Adon, not Udon. Do you know why they left? Why the Buffy comics have not been reprinted? Is there hope? There's always hope, and a lot of it has to do with licensing. Well, thank you, William. I really appreciate that. I think you rock, William. Does DC plan on releasing Bronze Age Super? Yes. Would Marvel reconsider reprinting that Thunderbolts Omni if the movie does well at the box office? I hope it does. I hope what they consider is printing that Dark Reign that everybody wants, that Dark Avengers era, the Warren Ellis and Andy Diggle and Christos Gage era. That's what I think a lot of people really want. And this is Tony Cordo's Instagram right here. That's whose art you're seeing. He's set up here too. What do you think of the San Francisco Daredevil era? It looks great. Don't know anything about the writing. That's the Mark Waid era. Man, it's good. Solid. Or no, you're talking about the first time that he went out there, out west. the first time in the Silver 8. Oh no, that was Silver going into Bronze with Black Widow. That was pretty fun. It was different. He was so dramatic. He had to get away from all the Karen. He was looking for Karen, and then he had to get away from Karen Page. Now, when the Wade stuff, that's excellent. That's some of my favorite Daredevil because it's so different. Glow in the dark, die cut, polybag with trading card. Oh, die cut, Wolverine 50, baby. And that is Trisha Lynn's Instagram right there, and that is Deadpool. Omar's the Dan of the NMC. Wait, Dan who? And I'll take it. Do you plan to upload your talk with the DC publisher anytime soon, or are you not allowed to? I'm just waiting. Just waiting for her to get back to me and see how we can work together. And, you know, if nothing happens, it's just business as usual. I'll keep showcasing DC books. I love DC, so it would be nice to have a contact there that actually, you know, I'm in constant conversations with. That's why, you know, I'm a Marvel fan for life, man. They like the relationships I have with them is just nuts. No love for Blanca. That was my brother. See, that's the thing. When you have a sibling, right, and they choose a character, you can't be that same character. Now, Bison, my youngest brother, picked that character, so I whooped his butt with Bison, but I had to be the white armored Bison to his original red. So now I let him keep Bison. I just want to show him a lesson that I could still whoop him. You definitely need the Ellis Deodato era Omni Dark Reign, best era of the team. Omar, you said multiple times in the past that even though you love both DC and Marvel, you like Marvel a little bit more. Is there any particular reason? X-Men. Because it starts with X-Men, right? And then the connected world. Out of that, I learned to love Spider-Man, and then from there it was the Avengers, and yeah, a lot of it has to do with what got my attention first. I'm sure if I gravitated towards Batman first, it would have been DC, but because I gravitated towards Marvel first, it was Marvel. So I think it's you never forget your first, right? So yeah, Marvel, absolutely 100%. I love the characters. Now I've grown to love, you know, the DC events more than I do the Marvel events, but it's still Marvel. It's the characters. They have my favorite characters. Spider-Man is my favorite character, Marvel character. Superman is my favorite DC character. Nightwing for me. Dan Hibiki. Oh, you. Gosh, I love. Actually, if you can main, like if that could be your main, you were really good at fighting games. Like, what does he got? The Godoken? Is it? He doesn't have a Hadoken. He has the Godoken, the self-taught fireball. That's what it translates to. Kiba Rangers is the piss take up. Wow, done in the studio and breaks more than Deadpool. Big Man Japan is mockumentary. I've seen that one about a radioactive monster fighting sumo with Ultraman payoff. Who do you think would be great to write a seminal Iron Man run? I think Scott Snyder would be awesome as his first Marvel book and Iron Man Noir. Daniel Warren Johnson. He can bring in that energy that Iron Man needs. I'm curious what John thinks because he's the Iron Man guy. What's the best series to read Rachel Summers post 2000? She plays a big role in X-Men Gold, which is coming out in Omni format, the Mark Guggenheim stuff. That's when she goes by, what is it, Prestige? And then, of course, Excalibur by Teenie Howard during the Krakoa era. Just read Daredevil by Zdarsky, Omni 1. Amazing story. Hopefully Omni 2 is on the same level. And the Astonishing Melanie is back. Speaking of Thunderbolts, do poor Omni sales hurt the release of Epics? No, not at all. They understand there's different collectors for everyone. And speaking of Omnis, if you're interested in buying Omnis and you live in the EU, check out Walt's Comic Shop. Walt'sComicShop.com. They're based out of Berlin, Germany, and have the cheapest pre-order prices for all DC and Marvel big books. And you put the code near mint condition at the checkout, you get free shipping on your next order of over 40 euros or more. And that is.
I need Cyclops.
Oh, my bad. There you go.
Thank you.
Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting. Wait, he should do. What's the sound effect for his optic blast?
I miss Gene. Are you're making me do an optic blast, the clips that he does
That
from
was a sound effect. You know, Nightwing or Nightwing. Nightcrawler
Wolverine's
has
just
Bamf.
nicked.
Yeah.
I don't know, Wolverine.
Wait,
Like,
you guys, okay. Ting.
wah.
You're so mean to Cyclops.
I don't even hate Cyclops. I think he's pretty cool, but it's just look at this figure. He's so mopey.
Bzz, bzz. Yeah, you know.
No, optic blast is like I don't know what
Optic
optic
blast.
blast.
Optic blast.
What's his big attack? Mega optic blast. No, that's too lame, guys. I
What?
Miss Jean sounds
Get it in
better.
the one and then say I miss Gina. The sound effect is
Well, Cyclops is the type of dude that would make Emma Frost wear a red wig, though. That's how weird he is.
you're running out of bags and boards for your free comic day haul. I'm so sorry.
Dude, you need to go get some more, Ibsy.
You're so uncanny. What's your mutant superpower?
The ability to always be late at whatever event I'm invited to and run my wife late because I'm making her late. What is my power? What would you say my power is?
Fun is something to talk about with everybody. That's something I respect about you.
Well, I think you are the most loving person I've ever met.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't fishing for a compliment. You did have to say one
It's not
back.
because you're a wonderful, beautiful person inside and outside. I knew you'd be a good mom too.
Oh, thank you. Do the top voted of Epic and Omni polls influence each other for Marvel? Like top Omni vote comes out, it's an Epic, etc.
Not really. They're different. They're different types. Zark, do you think Marvel, Acts of Vengeance, or Spider-Gwen will ever be reprinted? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely, they'll be reprinted one day.
It's like a wow sound effect when he fires his blast.
I don't think they do sound effects for his optic blast. Now you've got me thinking, like, it's sometimes they do the sound effect when the visor comes down.
I suppose I mean, he's got like 20 boxes of
Yeah.
X-Men. I kept looking, I was like, I need to get out of the X-Men section. Something else.
Those dollar bins were looking tempting, and I don't even collect single issues anymore, but they look good.
Scotland make Emma wear a red wig. Emma would mentally project a red wig into his mind.
Well, they have cosplay, right?
Oh.
Relationship goals.
Omar's power is being able to review books that he hates and not sound like he hates them.
I'm really good at that. I can hide the feels.
Is being able to get me to listen with interest about books that I wouldn't normally even read.
Well,
yeah,
thank
that's a
you,
good point.
Rahul. I really appreciate that.
And somebody named Ben, he came to meet you after the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely come out there. Why'd you whisper that?
I don't know, because I think he's on the other side. It's oh wait, I already read that. Let's see. Has Marvel slowed down the releases of gallery editions? And if not, when is the long shot? gallery
Long shot. We're
edition
still, we're still hoping for that. I don't know. I think they are so overwhelmed with so many projects across the board that I did notice that gallery editions haven't been solicited because they're doing those Marvel Archives, the masterpiece. What do they call masterpiece editions? Cy Spurrier or Jeremy Adams would be my Iron Man picks. Really, Cy Spurrier? That would be a crazy Iron Man story. Okay, that's an interesting pick. Got an inside free comic book day for 170
Got it,
Canadian dollars. Insane.
Assume my local shops have great sales. Animal Pound, Bird King, Blacksad, Den, Geiger, Houses of the
I like
Unholy,
your style,
Love Sickness,
sir.
Rook, Exodus, The Crimson Cage Mort. Wow.
Look at all those indie titles.
Yay.
Bird King is one of my favorites, man. That's a Dark Horse book that doesn't get enough praise.
This is so random. Whatever sound mixing spaghetti with a spoon makes. It's sound effect.
What's the sound effect for Cyclops' heart breaking?
Oh,
Gee.
favorite Marvel animated series?
X-Men 97. Oh my gosh, X-Men 97. It was like I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the X-Men cartoon. I know I've said that before. Like the X-Men cartoon, I think it was because I was a teenager and I was reading the comics and I was like, all right, you children go and watch your cartoon. I'm going to go and read my sophisticated comic. That's because some of my friends were watching and I'm like, I'm not watching. That's a poor man's adaptation of this. But that X-Men 97 cartoon was so good, man. It was so good. Roberto was asking when the Marvel preview. So it'll be this coming Thursday at 2:30 p.m.
Oh, what would my power be?
I would like the power to remember things. It's not my power. What would my power be?
Um,
To be able to sing any song. Yeah, I could have like a Dazzler type of power or something.
well, Dazzler absorbs sound. That's how she uses her
I'm
lights.
just thinking of her singing,
Oh.
being a pop star.
Oh.
Actually,
I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do that. Omar, which reprint were you most surprised by that wasn't expanded? Silver Surfer with Lee and Kirby, Fantastic Four, Bendis Volume 2 with End of Days of Daredevil, and New Avengers Secret Wars. Is it pompous to say New
Yes.
Avengers with Secret War?
Why would that be?
Because I asked, and instead of adding it, they were like, we'll just, we'll do a Secret War separate Omni. It's pompous because I wanted it to happen and it didn't happen. That's why.
No, that's,
I did ask for Secret.
that's just
I did ask for
logic.
Secret
That's just a
Invasion.
logical answer. Something
Because
you wanted to
sometimes
happen and
they
didn't
have
happen,
they
so
have
that's-
said yes a lot of the time, like with Iron Fist, with Thor.
Okay. I see the angle.
But this was the one time that they were like, nah, we'll just do another Omni.
I got you.
And I was like, man. So I have to go with that one.
Certainly explains it for. I don't think today. Well, wait, I've been out and out. But how come you decide to sell all of your most of your individual issues and stop collecting them and change to predominantly collected editions?
Space, money. Originally, I had to sell my big key issues because I was getting divorced and I needed it for a lawyer. And then my ex-wife had horrible, not that, I'm not throwing shade at her. That was 20 plus years ago, and I'm in a much better place in my life. And I don't even think about this, but like she was not good financially, and because when you're married, everything becomes one, right? Like so her debt became my debt, so her bankruptcy became my bankruptcy, and I had to pay off that thing. So I had to sell off a lot of my key issues for that.
Giles, thank you for officially looking it up. I was like, I could get up.
Scow.
We are sorry, like comics. Thank you.
Oh, he should just walk around and say that. He'd be so much cooler. Scow, bitch. Oh, almost dropped. Woo, forgot we're doing a Saturday stream. Sorry about that, kids.
I would read that. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, what is it?
Deadpool and Cable. I
Good
think.
choice.
Yeah.
Somewhere out
But
there,
the end,
Feminitia says shedding
Spidey
a
versus
tear.
Venom.
Now he's crying again for different reasons.
No.
Spidey versus Venom.
Yes,
You really like
I
that, huh?
do. I
I'm
do.
Can you imagine? Like, I can't get that out of my head. Like Cyclops, like Wolverine's on the toilet. I really hate that guy.
It'd be much
Bob.
cooler indeed.
Right? Wouldn't he be cool?
Oh, is there? Oh, you are? I
That's
highly
awesome.
recommend it. Is there literally any chance we ever get an Absolute Danger Girl reprint?
So I'm gonna have Scott Doonbeer and Jeffrey Scott Campbell, or as the kids these days call him, J. Scott Campbell, on the show, and that is one of the questions I will be asking, by the way, because they're doing the artist edition of Danger Girl, but now it's being published through Act 4, and that's being, of course, being published by Skybound Image, right?
Oh,
That should have been the wedding topper for my buddy Dan.
you know, I totally did forget about Astonishing X-Men too. I really like that story.
To me,
Oh,
my
man.
X-Men, one of the best
Yeah,
drops of that line in the history of
And
X-Men.
thank you for saying Cable and Deadpool, not Deadpool and Cable,
That's
even though
right.
it is Deadpool and Cable on the cover.
Deadpool was a top seller.
That's just me. Like, I didn't read it when it came out, right?
Oh, I
I'm
did.
being pretentious for no reason whatsoever. I'm like, actually, it's Cable and
It
Deadpool.
was Cable and Deadpool, though. That's what the comic was called.
Because I really like Cable and I want him to have just.
You
as
want
much
him to have the
kudos.
top billing?
Yeah. Let's see. Who wins? Rays versus Venom versus Carnage. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I
Carnage.
don't like Carnage. No, I don't like Carnage. I
He's
don't
a
want him to
serial
win. This is
killer.
my
Oh.
hypothetical situation.
Okay, well, go on.
Venom.
Venom.
I love Venom.
You would
Except the movie.
You would really like the Venom more. It's so crazy. It's written crazy. Like Al Ewing was just out there. I kind of dug it.
I suggest is it Dugan's Cable where it's old and young?
Yeah.
That was good. And I'm not digging Cable, Love, and Chrome. Like,
Is he in love?
yeah.
Does he have Chrome?
Yeah. I'm like, it's okay.
Tells you on the title what it's
I'm like, I
supposed
don't want to be in love.
It's not like it's
Just, I don't
false
want Deadpool to be in
advertisement.
Love with Siren. Just no. Let's see. They explain why they called it Deadpool and Cable on the front flap. It's a spoiler. I like Doctor Strange's Loki. Like, you're low key about it?
Which Venom do you like the most? Bar's asking.
Oh, Eddie. Yeah.
Eddie.
No.
That stupid movie. The movies. If you like it, though, more power to you.
Yes.
If you love the Venom movies, that's awesome.
I mean, I love They Might Be Giants, and you could totally make fun of them.
I do. Every chance I get.
No, I haven't. Thank you, Jace, for asking.
We should give away stickers. Oh, that would cost an arm and a leg, though.
Dude, are they in the backpack?
The I voted stickers.
Oh no, but did we bring some Near Making Issues stickers?
I think Amanda and I
I
gave
hope
them.
so.
No, we gave them
Give
all away.
Dang,
Yeah.
but I didn't put some.
Because at C2E2, we just kept running into folks that was so nice. People were like, "Oh, I love your show." And I'm like, "Oh, it's a free sticker."
Tom Hardy is too like on that movie. I like Tom Hardy.
He's like a recovering drug addict. I think he's always sweating and like, dude. In the third movie, he didn't even care. He was cutting into his like British accent. Like he's like, "Whatever, I'm just Venom." Omar, besides Sabretooth,
At
who's
this
your
point, you don't
favorite reoccurring enemy you like to see scrap with Wolverine? Oh, I have so many, dude. I love Lady Deathstrike. I actually like the idea of this like omnipotent, will never stop hunting you down type of villain that is Shiva. Like no matter what you throw at him, he just doesn't die. Blood Scream, I kind of dig that guy. The Reavers. Red is good. I actually like that. I like that story. Yeah. He's got a lot, man. I love Cyber when he first appeared. Tom Hardy has a show called Mobland. I like that. And one of the characters is Eddie. PTSD hits every time he says that name.
You can find Near Making Issues stickers
On
or a shirt.
or shirts on our spread shop.
That thing called Spread Shop.
That thing
Link
called
in the
Spread Shop.
description.
The link is in the description of the video. You tell them Near Making Issue sent you
But
that
I'm
way.
Phenomenal. AC agrees about Omega Red.
It's great. It's a great character. I like the idea of somebody that just gets you sick. There's a third
was
Venom
Alexei
movie. God. People really like the first and second one, I guess. It was awful. Oh, what's up, Max? How you doing, dude?
I hate Lady Deathstrike's name with a passion. My brain will forever decide to read it as Lady Deathstroke. Oh.
No, it's Death Strike. She strikes.
The Reavers.
Reavers are excellent, dude. I love the Reavers. Like going down at like chasing him down. Why don't you have the poster from Team Up 150 covered by Barry Windsor Smith at all behind you at all times?
Like walking around. He's just like behind you.
I don't know. I should. I really do like that cover. It's the one where arms across. They're about to drop an album on you.
Do you know off the top of your head the schedule for next week?
Yeah. Sunday is my top 10 or top 11 essential reads for the month of May. Today we are dropping a short on YouTube. It's the upcoming collected editions from Marvel.
Good thing I kept that reminder.
Sunday will be the top 11, and then in the afternoon it's I think either the Drifters manga or the definitive edition of Slain. And then Monday is the Hey Hunter, owner of Sentinel Comics. How's it going out there?
Talk?
Are you camera shy? You're not camera shy. You've done videos with me before.
Do you want to talk for a second?
Are you in the middle of something, first of all?
I'm not in the middle of something. This is actually the first time there's been a break.
Oh, you can sit here for a minute.
Okay. Well, thank you.
I'm doing the overviews of the Silver Surfer Omni reprint and the Marvel Fanfare Omni. And then I'm interviewing the editor that's working on the Godzilla comic at IDW. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Tuesdays, the Marvel trades. and I think old reader, new reader, and then Wednesday. I don't know. I'm kind of behind on things. I need to catch up. So just Hunter, everybody who you've seen on the streams before. You've done Wolverine. You've done some of the Marvel solicits with
There you
us.
go. Yep.
And he's this owner. Opened up.
Yes.
How do you? How's it feel, man?
It feels great.
First
honestly.
free comic book day.
It's our first one, man. I'm excited. Absolutely. It's our first one. We opened up in January. It's been amazing. It's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Awesome. So getting people out there.
I don't think there was a preview for Free Comic Book
Yeah,
Day
there
for Captain
wasn't.
America.
Thank you.
There wasn't?
Nope.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah, Melanie did a tour, and then I did a TikTok.
Good. And if anybody needs, just let anyone know, if anybody needs Free Comic Book Day books, you can go to our business page and you can claim them on the business page. There's no purchase necessary. In case your local store doesn't have it, we can help you. As long as supplies last. Because it's very busy in here.
What is a free comic book day? Could I take this with me?
Oh, definitely one off the wall.
These
Oh, okay.
movie channels asking, Mr. Sentinel, what is your favorite aspect of running a comic shop, and what is the most popular free comic today?
Oh,
The
that
one
is a
that's already
question,
out over
right?
there. There was an empty space.
What is the most popular?
I can answer this.
Probably. What do you think is?
No, I can't answer
Oh,
this. I do.
oh,
This is the home collected editions, not single issues. I can't say-
probably. Honestly. Do you have the Fantastic Four one?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There, here.
Fantastic Four and Amazing Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right here.
because they kick off.
Right here.
This kicks off
Yeah.
the new Fantastic Four era with
Yes.
Ryan North and
Coming out
Humberto
in
Ramos,
June. Yeah.
which
Yeah,
his
absolutely.
art looks.
It's good.
Solid.
It's really good. These are probably the most popular. Godzilla's doing really well. Thundercats.
I love that Johnny's
There you
still
go.
not giving up that stash. He's still owning it. He's like, I don't care. I can't believe this surprised me. The Gundam Wing. Like, what?
Yeah, I want that one.
These ones are doing really good too. Your Powerpuff Girls Thundercats and your Energon Universe. And if you get the Energon Universe, it's a wraparound.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, dang it. Hound's back?
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't need to be spoiled by free comic book day again.
But to answer that first part of the question, it's the people. Genuinely. It's the
Aw.
people that come in and build this community. Comic books, there's so much to it. There's so many fun things about it. So many conversations to be had. Genuinely, it's the people that make it worth it. The late nights, everything. It's the people.
Oh, and James, thank you for putting the address.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
Pimp Iron Man comics to the kids should not be a sentence I would have to read on a Saturday morning, John. I have spoken.
Thank you, Josh.
Does anybody have any more questions before I get back to everyone?
No, you go back and take care of your customers. We'll take care
I'll
of
see ya.
this. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
We'll see
you.
ya.
For letting us set up shop here. Okay. So he knows now, John. I know what you meant. Who made the Godzilla comic book? That would be IDW that has the ongoing series, while Marvel and DC can still use him in crossovers and things like that. With IDW, I believe. Humberto
Written by
Ramos.
Tim Seeley.
Kidding to
Or by
brother.
Nicola. And
Actually,
I can't say the last name.
I like Ramos, but I grew up reading, his Impulse, his X Nation, which didn't last long. And I think he's become like this is getting a lot of, I know you probably don't agree with me, my brother, but that looks like Michael Turner type of vibes right there from this cover of Fantastic Four #1.
Have you ever thought of opening a shop? We did. It's a bar.
As a bar, yeah. And
like-
then my buddy Dan and I have talked about, maybe when we get to a certain age, that will be our retirement, a comic book toy shop. And we just open up whenever we want to. Be those old guys that are like, well, I guess I'm going in the shop today when I'm arguing with Melanie. Looks like I'll be at the shop all day.
I'm sorry you have to work.
Free comic book day.
But that's
DB8.
okay.
I do like that. I like DB8. I like Revelations too. Nobody talks about Revelations.
Surely, right? Surely. It's such a good story. There'll be an Omni sometime.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. But he's not done. He's continuing
yeah.
it with another Fantastic Four series. So I'm excited for it. I like seriously loving Fantastic Four by Ryan North. And every volume, I'm like, okay, surely, it's hit its peak. It's not going to be as good as every volume. I end up like loving something about. Like the last volume had issue 25 that I was like, oh, this is a perfect comic. I loved it.
How much does X-Men Blue and Gold double dip with Claremont and Lee?
It'll be volume 2.
Trying to see if I should get Blue and Gold since I have Claremont Lee's volume 1 and 2.
Don't think. Listen, Luis. Don't think of Blue and Gold as a double dip with it. It will. Think of Blue and Gold as Bishop's Crossing and the Executioner song. Think of those two stories put together. That's why that exists.
You got your first customer.
All right, cool. We'll have a membership club.
I'm naming you as a representative for all of Gen X. Why did you all give Batman the Animated Series a chance and fall in love with that, but not X-Men the Animated Series and other Marvel shows? Maybe because it was really, really good.
Kevin Smith has this. Really? He does? I don't know. There was just something.
It was very well written and animated.
It felt mature, right?
Yes.
There was some like maturity level that I.
Like,
and I'm an
Mom liked watching it.
And I'm an X-Men guy, right? You figured I would gravitate more towards the X-Men animated series. The music and the score, I think, helped. X-Men the animated series, like while it has a catchy theme, the score of Batman the animated series I thought was superior.
Oh, gosh, yes. And that it wasn't
25, I think, of Ryan North.
It had a great
until it was
pacing,
relaunched,
right? As opposed to like Spider-Man, that half-second cut.
Oh yeah, I couldn't. I didn't even.
How many issues did? Oh, did you?
25.
Okay.
Mhm.
What's your most anticipated Omni this year?
Ooh, that's tough because every July, beginning of July, I'll do the rest of the Omnis I'm looking forward to. Man, that's a tough one. We're getting a lot of really good ones. Birds of Prey by Gail Simone's up there. Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman's up there. X-Men Krakoa. Oh man, this is a tough one.
Yeah, X-Men Krakoa. I'd like to read that again.
And if it's done the way we want it to be done in reading order, that's gonna be huge. Those are my top 3. Like, there's others I'm looking forward to, but
there's an Avengers Invaders comic from way back 15, 16 years ago that was released by Marvel and Dynamite. What was the Dynamite part?
Isn't it some of the characters from the what is that series called? It was Dynamite Dynamic Forces that did. What is that? There was a Superpowers. I think it's some of the characters from Superpowers were in that book. I think.
How'd Joe Kelly's Spider-Man so
I haven't
far?
read it. Waiting on the trade. But
either.
I heard
maybe
some
people in the chat, if you could chime in if you're enjoying it.
Some of my friends said they've enjoyed it.
Batman the Anime Series Unmatched.
Oh, it's great.
Remy's favorite thing in Marvel is Ryan North.
It's really good. I like. I'm enjoying Jed McKay's Avengers. I'm digging his X-Men, but I like his Avengers more. Moon Knight is still killing it. Love that book too. But North's, I think Fantastic Four is my favorite thing in Marvel right now.
Does Age of Venom Omnibus take place right before Kate's Venom Omnibus?
No. There's enough material if they fatten it out for another Omni between Age of Venom Omnibus and Kate's Omni. I loved it.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm excited. Everybody I've talked to says they like it, so I'm going to see it.
Yeah, loved it. Love Thunderbolt.
Batman exists for animated content. It's just so well translated into that medium. Dang, did you borrow with your fancy?
You wouldn't think so, though,
analysis.
right? Like you wouldn't think so. Like a dark, gritty city like Gotham translated into an animated show. Like that doesn't make sense, but it worked.
Executioner Song was the first purchase I made at my first comic convention in the 90s. Still had those books. Great to get in an omnibus format.
Did you open them up? Did you open them up out of the poly bag and get those? May the 4th be with you, my friend. Batman the Animated Series. DC has always had higher quality animation than Marvel back then. Yeah, I love the animation.
Except for the...
So excited. Long time coming. I will say, Mike Grell's Omni has been a long time coming, so I'm excited for that. Shade the Changing Man. See what I mean? Like, there's just so many good books coming out. Started watching X-Men the Animated Series in the 6th grade. I stuck with Batman the Animated Series. I got older for the exact reasons Omar stated. X-Men got more juvenile as the seasons went. But X-Men 97, though, that was solid. I'm hoping X-Men 97 gets a physical release. Just checking in. Currently at Disney, proving Omar wrong when he said on Reels Talk that I don't get out much. You ain't got no proof you're there.
Hey,
Hey, have fun, Bruce.
And I
Thank
hope
you
you're
for
having
this
fun,
super
buddy.
Chat.
And you would be the person.
What you doing at Disney?
When am I
today?
getting my X-Men 97 physical collection is what I want to know, Bruce.
Wow, you selfish.
I am very selfish. I can be.
Selfish.
I got you an early Mother's Day gift.
Yeah, and you're saying, Bruce, where's my movie?
Because Bruce knows.
Captain America by Mark Grunwald, Volume 2 overview later this month or June.
It's been pushed back to June. There's been a lot of books that have been pushed back to June. Wolverine 6, Cap 2, Strangers in Paradise, Strange Academy. Purposely
sorry,
avoiding
dude.
Norse Fantastic Four till it comes out in oversized cover. It's killing me, especially every time I hear another person praise.
Hey, guess
But
what?
as long
Our
as you're
Norse
staying away
Fantastic
from
Four is
as long
good.
as you're staying
It's
away
good.
from spoilers, though, right?
Is
Hello.
the Jonah Hex Omni going to be divided into 2 volumes?
Well, there's All Star Western, which is during the New 52 era, and then there's the stuff that precedes it. So we need the stuff that precedes it next. All Star Western was the relaunch of Jonah Hex. Hi, Melanie and Omar. Would you map a future Omni of the Amazing Spider-Man by Zell? It would have to be 2 volumes. Yeah. There's no way they can put everything in one, especially with the events, right? Like you have the Dark Web event, you've got the Gang War event. Fun fact: Cyclops is the only character in X-Men: The Animated Series intro not in costume when his character shot appears. That was intentional to show the uncontrollable and unpredictable nature of his power.
Okay, for a split second, when I first read that, I was thinking like it was making fun of him, but it is like the camera's swooping around and it's
News
like
Channel does not joke
all
around.
of a sudden,
Just fun facts.
yeah, he has to have those visors to control it. So cool.
Waiting for the Paul Omnibus. Yeah.
Uh,
Why?
what book do you think is the toughest read? I'm reading through Promethea and I'm kind of completely
Uh,
lost to these pale.
There's nothing wrong with being lost.
Descriptions of magic.
Oh my gosh. See, I love that though. I love when Alan Moore just loses himself in like, yeah, so here's how the magic system works. But here's everything you got wrong
Tommy
about
would like
religion.
that.
Yeah, my brother really likes magic
Yeah.
systems.
Yeah, he would.
Because they're like mutant powers. So, but then Alan Moore is like, oh wait, did you think you were reading about magic systems? No, you were actually reading about the different religions of the world and how they got the magic systems wrong. Oh, so good though. It's my secret. I'm always lost. The toughest read for me,
You know about it.
Final. I will say, Final Crisis was tough for me to get through. Moore loves writing. Oh my goodness, some of his stuff can be dense. I gotta go with some Silver Age stuff too, like Silver Surfer. I'll be honest, Silver Surfer Omni 1, that's got a lot of dialogue, but it's good. I dig it. It's got good words, and you go learn you some new words. Thor, Silver Age Thor. I couldn't deal with it. Like, if it wasn't from making videos on the channel for Thor, the Silver Age Omnis and Epics, I don't know. I don't think I would have gotten
Starman, because I tried to read it in 3 weeks.
Oh,
That's
that
why
hurts.
I was like, oh, there's a bunch of pros. I'm trying to rush through this.
Iron Man from the 90s, that animated show, had an awesome opening, dude. That's an awesome opening.
Yeah, okay, so you remember it. What about Fantastic Four?
I don't remember the Fantastic Four one. No, X-Men 97 yet, but we are getting the Rocky Horror Picture Show in 4K. That I cannot imagine anyone wanting. People love that movie, man. It's like a cult classic.
Oh gosh, yes, Bruce.
There's celebration.
Yes,
You know
like-
this, Bruce. He does. There's no way you're not buying that, Bruce. You're gonna get the Steelbook, aren't you?
Oh, forget
The
me not.
Forget Me
Omni.
Not.
Mark Russell said that was his favorite X-Men character.
That makes sense because he wrote X Factor.
X Factor.
I forgot it. Yeah, that actually makes sense. He's writing X Factor, so.
Oh man. Let's see. I'm happy to catch a stream because I just bit into a banana thinking it was right and it wasn't.
I hate
Really
bananas.
random. I'm sorry.
You know what the worst thing is, like, when you're thinking you're gonna bite into a delicious chocolate chip cookie, and it turns out to be a raisin
Is that my fault
oatmeal.
or something? I don't.
No, I'm
No,
looking at
just-
the. Why do you think I'm looking at? I'm looking at the stream.
Okay,
When you think you're about to
I
bite
just
into a
assumed
delicious
that it's my fault.
chocolate chip cookie, and it turns out to be oatmeal and raisin. Oh, who invented that?
Oh, raisin's good. Oh wait, sorry. Did you read Hulk by Cates and Otley Omni after you read Immortal Hulk?
I did. It's crazy. He turns himself into a giant spaceship. Yeah.
Is Jen McKay's Moon Knight Omni already out
Yes.
of print? Will there be a second print?
I don't think so. No, it would have been a restock. But yeah, it's out of print officially. That went fast. It's considered a cult classic. It is, absolutely. I mean, there's celebrations. There's
What's your favorite Ultimatum deck?
none of them.
Either just the ridiculousness.
The title,
or
it was
grab
awful. I guess maybe Doctor Strange. Dude, that book is so stupid, and I know people wanted an Omni format. More power to you, but
Louise will not stand for this oatmeal raisin
Oh.
slander.
oh no, Luis, Raveno.
It's just a hardcover, no pages in between.
Tú
Some
tienes
films
un
look a lot
nombre
better.
latino. ¿Por qué estás pasas? Oh.
Some films look a lot better in 4K than one would think. I remember Blade Runner's visual effects.
Yeah, I do think some things deserve the 4K treatment, while others don't. Right?
Will NMC be doing an overview of DC Pride this year? I'm usually not really into them, but really curious about this one, as it's all going to be one overarching.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing
story.
that.
Oh.
I don't know. I've never done an overview of them. I've gotten 2 of them in the past, but I've never done an overview of just them. Sugar cookies are overrated. Who said that?
John.
John, really? What do you mean overrated? This is the best. Omar,
Do
do
you
you think Marvel will consider an MJ and Black Cat Omni with Amazing Spider Jane, Beyond One Shot, Dark Web Mini, Jackpot, and Black Cat? I think anytime they can sell a book, absolutely. And that is a lot of Jen McKay stuff too.
Why does Marvel stuff go out of print so fast? Feels like MK came out like a few months ago.
Well, it's not every book, right? It's just something like that because they have so many books they put out, and they can only print so many copies of it. And a lot of them are, it's because of pre-orders. If your pre-order numbers aren't high, then you're not going to print that many more. So let's just use, like, if 10 people, and this is of course just throwing numbers, if 10 people ordered Jen McKay's, pre-ordered it, Jen McKay's Moon Knight, Marvel will be like, okay, well, let's multiply that times, let's say 3, right? 30 copies. 10 will go to the direct market pre-orders, then we'll order 5 more for those, and then the 15 will go to the book market. And once it's gone, it's gone. So that's kind of the way it works. What's up, Clark?
I'll walk around the store again.
Who would win, Captain America or Invincible? Captain America. Manga better than comics? Some. I mean, Berserk is, better than Marvel. So case by case.
Yes, case by case.
Omar, X-Men the Animated Series was also mature. It took a lot of its stories from Claremont and also dealt with racism and other forms of bigotry. It was so much more than its themes. Signed, a millennial. Ah! You just had to throw that in there, didn't you? The millennial part. Well done. Jackpot Omni with all versions of her. Marvel is allergic to printing their own books, reprinting them. Right? That's it. Because they have to sell. I get it. I mean, if you watch that interview with Kara, she lets you know things, from the publishing standpoint. It's difficult to kind of gauge how much to print of something. Batman, the animated series, has more aura. Many manga used to be better than most comics in the 90s. Chocolate chip cookies with macadamia nuts are the best, Omar. You can have your macadamia nuts. Hold the macadamia nuts for me. I'll take the chocolate chip. What comic story would you like to see turn into a movie? The New Warriors. That would work as a TV show. Infinite Crisis. The ones you noticed are out of print are the ones you haven't picked up. Most of us aren't keeping close track of books we already have. I think that's what ends up happening too, right? Like you want something that's out of print and it sucks, and it's like, why would they not reprint it? Batman the Animated Series, many manga, got that one. Jade from the 90s Green Lantern, where she takes over the mantle for a bit. Pretty cool. Oh, I love that book. Yeah. That's why I was glad for Brightest Day. Manga literally are just comics from Japan. Why people act like it's a whole different art form? Oh, people love just arguing. It's the internet. You don't hear much about Daredevil post and Senti pre-Bendis. Worth reading. Absolutely. Everything. Carl Kessel. I love D.G. Chichester's run on it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's great. It has a lot of underrated stuff in there, like the Fall of the Kingpin. And I actually love Fall from Grace. Like Peter and I fight over that. I want that Batman Beyond animated movie. Oh, like a new one? Project Superpowers, the one with all the public domain characters and Alex Ross art. Yes. Hey, what's up, man? Any love for Snickerdoodles? If you say no, Melanie likes Snickerdoodles. How about that? You think Dark Horse will print the Ghost into omnibus form? They are going compendium. Some of it has to do with the creators, and some of it has to do with the popularity of the characters. Maybe one day, cakes or pies, Omar. Cakes. Feel like pie is safer choice. They are more consistent. Cakes have higher highs, but low lows. I love these questions. I never know where the Saturday live streams are going to go. Live your life safely, or do you gamble? I like a cake. Blackest Night would be so peak in a movie. That would actually be a good movie. Best Girl Scout cookie. Shortbread. Dude, I'm a simple dude. Secret Warriors movie. Be fun. Batman animated series. Monks. Both the OG X-Men 97 series and the remake, which is still dope. Omar, did either of you watch the 2005 Man-Thing movie? The one that was streaked to DVD? I watched it. It was pretty bad. Look at these thoughts. 2000 AD is better than Marvel and DC. There's a joke about nuts and holding I could do, but thankfully I am much too mature. No, you're not, John. DC has released a Jade as Green Lantern trade from her run. No, they haven't. You're right. Omar, what do you think of the first Infinity comic turn into its own Omni? Jeff the Land Shark, because holy crap, people love that character. Omar, did you ever watch the 2000? Yes, I did. Is John Byrne an American manga? I don't know how to answer this question. He's Canadian. I think David Max Kabuki would make a great artsy movie. Out of my comic book stream, weeb. Omar, it was leaked that the team from Spider-Verse movies were going to do a Batman Beyond movie too. You should look at it. I actually know one of the guys that worked on the movie, so I should reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a long time. You like Vamps? Oh, yes, of course I did. Yes. How is Iron Man doing on the poll in general from the last? I think there was one that made it in the top 70 so far. It's Iron Man. Dude, if Iron Man and Humans and Aquaman are your dudes, it's tough to be a fan sometimes because just not a lot of popularity with those characters. I don't know why. I actually like to see Kessel Kelly Daredevil era and Omni. Manga's Japanese, while comic is American. Thank you, Clark. Well, what do you think of like Adam Warren or Ben Dunn? Would you consider like Antarctic Press manga, like Ninja High School, Gold Digger, things like that, or do you still consider it American? Or things that were published here in America that were published here, but they're in a manga format, like Goody Hiro's work, or that Spider-Man manga that was released just a couple of years ago. Have you read Wonder Woman Conan? Yes, I have. The one by Gail Simone. It's excellent. The Invisibles HBO miniseries. I'm in. The weirder, the better. Morrison, man, they knew what they were doing. I would low-key want an American Virgin Omni, but I feel like I'm the only one. That was a good underrated series. You get a hardcover, right? Eggers, Vitch, Nosferatu, Northman, or Villeneuve, Dune, Prisoners. Oh, both of them together, dude. Final Crisis, right? Firefly was an underrated TV series. Absolutely, one of the best. The beauty of something like that is that it did not have a chance to get bad. That's the only good thing. Omar, how well are the Mike Carey Omni? Oh, I haven't checked today. I can't right now because everything is bogged down. Omar, what comic series did you like make into a great animated series that doesn't already have one? Strange Academy and Gotham Academy. See what I did? I think that would be great as animated series. My wife's picking out single issues. What is she doing? Why is she looking? Okay. That is a cool cover. She doesn't need that. We got to collected editions, but there are 2 Aquaman Omnis. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Just 2? Don't compare Iron Man to those Inhuman nerds. Wow. If all 15 Iron Man and Human fans gather together, they can get a book. 15 just got destroyed. X-Men manga is still American, in my opinion, right? Because it's like based on the animated series, is an adaptation of the animated series. So who is to say? Ninja High School did get a Speed Racer crossover. How's Hickman's Ultimate Spider-Man? Excellent. I love it. My brother's been reading Ninja High School for 30 years. I'm waiting for hardcovers of that. There was a Kickstarter hardcover. I've got Empowered by Adam Warren. I'm a huge fan of that. And I've got his Bubblegum Crisis. I did not get the 30 pair. I should have when I had the chance, but who knows where rights are for that stuff. Thoughts and feelings on Peter Milligan's X-Men run. What did you like and dislike about it? Did you watch my Kelly Thompson interview? I hated that run. Blood of Apocalypse was awful. The yes, what she said, Fox, the character Fox that was introduced in that run was such a dumb idea. And I love Peter Milligan's Shade the Changing Man is one of the best books out there that's coming out in Omni format. I can't wait to own it. And I love his ecstatics. So it's not that, some people just can't do X-Men. It's difficult. Favorite lesser known Vertigo titles, The Exterminators and Shade the Changing Man, 100%. If the writer and artist is an American, then it's an American comic. Really? But what if the writer and artist moved to Japan and then it's published over there in an anthology, like a Shonen Jump anthology? What happens there? What if they have dual citizenship? Think about that, Clark. Like that dude had 5 likes and spoiled the whole thing in like 3 seconds with 0 warning. What happened, Arjun? Who spoiled what? Some random TikTok spoiled who Mysterio. Oh, I ain't gonna click on that. Good morning, Omar. On Free Comic Book Day weekend, why don't you take Melanie out to dinner? How do you keep all the comic book storylines straight in your head? I don't remember important things. Like, I gotta go see my go get a physical. Nope, forgot. Things like that. How much Captain America runs have you read? All of it. No, wait. I haven't read JMS Volume 3 yet. I'm going to pick up the Mark Gruenwald run. That's my favorite Captain America. Absolutely. And, here's something beautiful that's happened because of this channel. Besides you wonderful people. Catherine Gruenwald, Mark Gruenwald's widow, when she watched my video that came out 6 years ago of, I think it was the handbook of the Marvel Universe, the very first one, she sent me a beautiful email about how Mark would have loved my overview because that was his baby. And the way I talked about the characters in the book was the way that he would. And I reminded her a lot of Mark Gruenwald. And we've become really good friends. I love Catherine, and she's always invited. As a matter of fact, I'm actually interviewing her. She's working on something new, part of a new project. I'm interviewing her on, let me make sure I've got the right date. See, I can remember comic stories, can't remember dates. On May 20th at 4 p.m. That's Tuesday, May 20th at 4 p.m. And because of that video, we've been talking for years. I was just texting her this morning. We were texting. She went to the Thunderbolts premiere and got her picture with Wyatt Russell. Man, and I miss Mark. Probably not as much as she does, but I miss Mark. The industry was very blessed. Let your wife cook dinner. Tina, the sexist. Wait, if someone draws a Spidey story in Japan, easy to right? Who's to say? Let's blow Clark's mind today. So going to be an April Hidden Gems video. I'm thinking May is the first time I'm going to bring it back because I'm working on the Avengers reading order and it's draining, dude. I think I'm just putting too much thought into it. I just need to go back to the old days of kind of winging it. But now I got to write things down. Manga and anime are not region locked. It's style. Netflix Castlevania touts itself as an American anime. Pichumoko's X-Men is manga. Korea and China make anime and manga now too. There's your answer. Thank you, Luis Bermudez. Help me choose Avengers Epic Collection, Seasons of the Witch or Judgment Day. Oh, both are good. Judgment Day. Uncle Raj, can't go wrong. What is my wife buying? Oh gosh. Oh, that's what you said about Let Her Cook. That's a good book. The one that she has right there. That is one of my favorite hidden gems. The writer is actually Kenny reached out to me and we became friends. Now my wife is showing the floor. Does she know what she's doing? She's hunting for comics and she doesn't know what she's filming. Or Kelly wanting to avoid naming people. And Omar started. I did not. No. That did not happen. Peter Milligan, if you're watching, I still love your stuff. Delpo just showed up at the store. Well, he's been here. 8-minute warning. Mysterio's Terrence Howard. I wish. Omar's Godzilla by Stoko. Any good? That is a freaking dude. If you haven't read that, you're in for an awesome treat. What is it called? The Century War, Half Century War, freaking excellent. Available in a hardcover and trade paperback. but his art needs to be in like big size. I completely erased the Gambit Rogue Mystique thing from my mind when Kelly Thompson brought it up. It reminded me and made me mad all over again.
It's so hard not to be able to argue back with you.
About what?
What is my wife doing? Blah, blah, blah. Of course I need this. I need Kyle Starks to sign the Daniel Warren Johnson cover. Maybe I could get Daniel Warren Johnson to sign it at Heroes Con.
Okay.
Why would I not buy this
Okay,
for
baby.
$3?
Okay, baby. See what happens when I let her cook, Tina? This right here, I was just telling people.
So do you own it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is I have the trade. So
Okay, I want to read it.
who sent it to me? I think it was the artist that worked on it. This is one of my favorite hidden gems. I need to bring hidden gems. I'm gonna put this in there because
Do you own this? Do you own Kevin Smith's Batman the White Guy?
oh god, it's bad. It's so bad. It's so
But I
bad.
love the cover and I love the title. It's poetic. It's that one poem.
Onomatopoeia is in this. It's the same team that did Green Arrow
Wait,
too.
do you
Like
own
some, yeah, this is one of the books that Jess
Okay, I
poured
won't buy
root beer on.
Okay, well, if you own it, I won't.
I mean, if you want to buy it, judge it for yourself.
Well,
No, you may
but
like it.
You said you own it.
I don't know. I can't remember if I gave it away or not. I'll be honest.
Okay, well, but you own this one. Okay. And finally, even if I wasn't reading them, it's a Daniel Warren Johnson cover of a book I really, really like. Peacemaker Tries Hard. I didn't make a video. I should. This is really good.
Oh,
guys.
it's a funny
It's
book.
funny and it's got heart. Kyle Starks.
You should do an overview of it. Wait, aren't Korean ones manhwa? Manhwa is Korean, yeah.
Oh, and I got this Mary Jane button because she's
Angry at Peter?
angry at Peter Parker. Yeah.
Story of our lives, huh? Me and Peter. Omar, what are your favorite Captain America runs? All right. Oh, this is tough because Mark Grunwald's is number one. After that, dang man, this is tough because there's a lot of good ones. Ed Brubaker's run. Sorry. Steve Englehart's run. The short-lived Roger Stern run is phenomenal. And I actually really like Rick Remender's Escape from Dimension Z.
You still have Kevin Smith, but he came back from retirement and he's insufferable these days, avoiding his outfit with a passion these days. Oh,
Really? I don't know what he's been. Someone who was raised in Japan versus someone who was raised in America would definitely have a different way to write a story and draw. Clark's been trying to teach me what a manga is. I'm trying to learn, and I have questions. The rest of the chat has been helping too.
Oh, okay.
Who Kevin Smith, Batman.
Big Pass, favorite dish that Melanie makes. Oh,
The chicken enchiladas. The
creamy chicken.
Yeah. Or no, the
Oh,
sausage
well, I
potato
suppose
soup.
I should make
The sausage potato soup
chicken
is my
enchiladas
favorite thing you
soup.
make, but that's now
just
summer.
cream cheese and salsa.
Okay, don't
chicken.
be humble.
What about Dan Jurgens' run?
It was okay. I didn't like it as much as other people. Oh no, Mark Waid's run too. Slapping my heart. Mark Waid's run is excellent. The pre-Heroes Reborn of Mark Waid's run is freaking like chef's kiss. Post Heroes Reborn, it was good, but it wasn't as good as like the first run.
Is that some Mariner Omni worth getting, or does it only get good when he gets his own solo series?
The first Omni, it's excellent because it's got that Gene Colan artwork. Seriously,
It's almost $1.
I know we're having so much fun.
Chicken Marcella.
Want to spend
To
$200 at
everything
my
else
comic
we-
book store. Good job, Shannon.
Yay!
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. That's what it's about. Spending money.
Oh, I'm gonna after the stream, I'm gonna look through all the variant colors and get some more.
Yeah, we're
I love
hope to
variant
see
colors.
Daniel Warren Johnson at Heroes, and Kyle Starks will be there. Hilarious guy. So, and if you're going to be at Heroes, come and say hi to us. We'll do a meetup or a picture or something. The culture you grow up in always influence your creative output in some way. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with this. I listened to his HBO podcast for years from start till Corona times. That was the last thing, but him complaining about Hollywood stars that then nothing became annoying. That's sad. I mean, I think Kevin Smith is a really entertaining, like, whenever he does his comedy stand-up, whenever he does his, like, meet and greet things. Like, I've been to a few of his panels. I really just like listening to him, but I haven't heard him talk in many years. I know he has a podcast, right? Like Fat Man and something. She by Billy Tucci. What exactly are those two new Valiant Resurgent Omnis that are coming out this month? It's from the new series. It's not the classics though. Started another relaunch the end of the last. It's still part of the new universe, the Alien universe.
The poem I was referencing is William Butler Yeats. I love him. It's called The Second Coming, and The Winding Gyre is a line from that.
Kevin Smith also loves it.
Things Fall Apart, like that one book that I don't know if I actually read. The Center Cannot Hold.
Lucky for me, my comic told me they kept some free comic. Oh, that's awesome. Support your local comic book
Oh
store.
man, this poem is so good.
All right, we got to wrap up, baby.
William Butler Yeats.
Okay, William Butler Yeats.
Okay.
Melanie, go buy some Iron Man. Alf.
Oh yeah,
Batman
I'm
and
gonna ask him to
Batman.
use Canda.
That's it. That's what it's called.
Got that Alf.
Why do you think manga is outperforming comics? My guess is manga is easy to get into because you have to start from chapter 1. Is Turok in limbo? Okay, one question at a time. Why do I think manga is outperforming comics? I think that's a case by case. Like, here's the thing: when I see this comment, I don't think people realize how much a license costs to bring over to America. So we don't really know how much it costs for these publishers or how much they're making. Really, you know, and not everything is One Piece. Like, there's many manga that don't sell or underperform, and they get canceled, so we don't get the entire series. If you look, I mean, we've come a long way from Tokyo Pop and the implosion of manga in the late 90s, early aughts. I think we've learned a lot of lessons the hard way, unfortunately. But we still, I think it's case by case. I don't think, it's not the case of a blanket statement like it is outselling comics. Because, A, we're not privy to those numbers. And B, again, not everything is One Piece, Naruto, or what's the big one right now? Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. So there you go. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button on the way out. Check out cheapgraphicsnovels.com, but go to your local comic book store too. Thank you for watching us. We'll be back at our regular home next week. Now we're going to go out there and go mingle with these wonderful people that are here today celebrating Free Comic Book Day.
Stay minty.
There we go. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back Monday live at 4 p.m.